Did you guys win last night?
We did not.
Did not.
We played one of the worst games of the year. Anthony Rizzo played first base like a blind paraplegic. Respectfully.
You said respectfully. Can you say that? Is that even possible to say respectfully?
Well, the reason I did that because I think that's throwing off on the blind paraplegics. He was that bad.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Right?
Well, there's always today, unless you're Pleasant Valley. Sorry. Tomorrow.
It's not gonna happen tomorrow.
Hey, somebody get in contact with Andrew Ford and buy that amazingly well preserved, fixed up, well taken care of pickup truck.
What kind of pickup truck is it?
It's an older Ford. Huh, finally come from Andrew Ford. Let me see if we can
Ah,
throw some details out. Let's get this thing. Let's get this thing sold. Would we? Come on, come on, family. This is Jeff, a 1988 Ford F-150 Lariat that is completely restored. It has a clean title, 89,172 miles on a completely serviced and tuned engine this year. Brand new custom paint job, and blah, 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 blah. It's fantastic. It's gorgeous. It's blue and white. The wheels look good on it, man. It's got a $2,500 set of wheels on it. It is incredible. I'll tag Kapow in this one, Jeff.
put it in the comments of the show too.
Hey, it's gorgeous, man.
How much is it?
Man, it's only $14,500. That's U.S. dollars.
That sounds like a good vehicle for somebody.
Man, amazing vehicle. This thing, once you see it, bro. If you know Andrew, he takes care of his stuff. I just tag Kapow in it. Y'all go check it out. Man, it is spectacular. And no, we don't get commission. We're just trying to help our friends.
Well, that's good. Bummer didn't have a bummer of a day yesterday.
No?
Mm-mm. No, he got the win for the Braves last night.
Pitch better than Strider.
Mm. You know, hey, the trending out there right now, people are going saying your man that Bauer that they ought to go after him. I mean, it's blowing up. I don't know what happened.
Everybody's team is saying go after Bauer. You know why? Because he's still one of the best pitchers in baseball. And he's playing in Mexico.
It's a darn shame, man.
And the elevation, I was watching a video he did. He pitched against the Yankees in
Yeah.
Mexico when they had that trip. He played tremendous. But the elevation there, you don't think about the elevation being in Mexico City, right?
No, you don't.
So he only had a day to work on his pitches because obviously the different spin rates and so forth. And he still three hit the Yankees, four strikeouts, three hits. Of course, no Juan Soto in that game, no Aaron Judge in that game, but still had Giancarlo Stanton and a lot of the other starters. And I don't know why this dude is blackballed, but go get him. Somebody get him back in MLB.
It just when you get lied on in the society that we're in today, you're done. You're done. Especially when it comes to uh, that kind of crap. It
Yeah.
just it's a bummer.
See what you did there.
You're welcome. You're,
I'm gonna give you a bummer. How about in the transfer Purtle, the Purtle, Jeff? You know the Purtle.
the per-
Yeah, I was looking at the. So there was only five-star athletes that hit the portal so far. Um, Two of them left Alabama. One of them, no, I'm sorry, three of the five were from Alabama. Caleb Downs, number one player in the country, went to Ohio State. Caden Proctor left Alabama, went to, is that Southern Miss or Iowa? I think it's Iowa. Surely he didn't go to Southern Miss. No disrespect to Southern Miss. And Julian Sayin, the 5-star quarterback out of California, who was spinning the magic bean like crazy, also went to Ohio State. Are we starting to see an Alabama-Ohio State grudge match?
Looks like it. I hope so.
Man.
I mean, I hope we get some of their people too, but I mean, it's turning into that. Jeez.
Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. I mean, I love the portal stuff, so I'm into it. Oh, a linebacker from Auburn hit the portal today. Mr. Williams. I'm getting these live updates as they hit the portal.
Did he click contact me or don't contact me or anything?
I'm sure if you're a freshman from Auburn, you want to be contacted.
Yeah. Right.
He's 6'3", 262 pounds. He was a freshman. Brenton Williams from, well, where did he play his high school ball? I remember the recruiting, but I'm not sure. He had several offers. Auburn was by far the biggest, I think.
Right.
And that's what happens when you don't get playing time.
I'm out.
Well, you used to just develop and work hard, and nowadays you just hit the portal.
Yeah, you just leave. Just get on out.
Holla.
Yeah, I'm out. Holla. Hey, you want to hear the dumbest statement ever made in humanity?
Mm-hmm.
You ready? You ready for this? You know, I'm not a big Star Wars guy. Are you? Are you one of those guys?
Me? I've never seen the movies.
Anything? I bet me neither.
You know, it's like if it was on TV or something and we were scrolling through or walked in, somebody was watching something, but Jeremy Foster is by far the biggest Star Wars nerd I've ever been around. That's neither here nor there. I hijacked your story, Pastor.
No. Him and my brother-in-law would be best friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I watched part of The Empire Strikes Back when I was a kid, and that was it. I'm out. I was out on it. But George Lucas is the guy that all these things. And listen to what this idiot said yesterday. You ready for this?
I'm more than ready.
Islam and Christianity are both pro-Christ. Judaism is literally anti-Christ. Who benefits from pitting these religions against one another? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Lucas said that.
Lucas, George.
Well, you know, well, he sold Star Wars. He has nothing to do with it.
So he sold it to Disney or something.
Yeah, he sold everything several years ago. Like all these new movies, he's got nothing to do with.
Yeah, well, he's an idiot. So Islam teaches Christ wasn't even crucified. So how is that pro-Jesus? That teaches that the same angel that went to Mary and said, hey, you're going to behold, you'll be giving birth to the Son of God. They say that Gabriel gave Muhammad the Quran and the line of blessings came from Islam, that Christianity is not even true religion, that God has literally no son.
Wow.
No son. So, but Christianity teaches that Jesus was a Jewish carpenter. I don't know, man. It's not sports, but you know, it's kind of.
We do way more than sports. That's such an idiotic statement. I can't even comprehend talking about it.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the world we live in today. You can say whatever you want to say, whether it's true or not, and it comes across as true, and people believe everything that anybody says. I mean, you've got I don't know. You've got this illegal trial. I don't know what it is against Trump. There's some static. I don't know where it is. I apologize if it's me. Then they say that he can't even go to his son's graduation because we're going to be in this hush money trial.
Hush money. $130,000 from Donald Trump. Hush money.
It's a sham, man. It is a straight up sham.
That's right, Miss Nancy. They're still looking for their Messiah, who's probably the Antichrist. Speaking of stupidity, Are you familiar with the Island Boys?
Never heard of them.
Are these two? I know you've seen them in all the stuff you watch. Really weird, skinny, tattooed faced brothers that Kevin Hart made fun of. I know you've seen the Kevin Hart skit. He made fun of them. Weird dudes, and they did some video about them kissing each other. And I didn't see the video, but this dude was talking about it. This real big Jack Buff dude. So these Island Boys, if you will, pretend to be hard, right? Like they are aggressive, shirts always off, rings, necklaces, play hard, right? And this dude asked a question about y'all are both here. Let's get real. What's up with y'all kissing each other? And they started to get mad and hey, I'll break this stuff. Dude said, I'd like to see you try it. Then the Island dudes, a little bit skinny, nothing dudes, man, stood up on this dude. This dude just kept getting up. Huge dude. All of a sudden, that de-escalated very quickly. They were about to get beat down. I just found that pretty nice. Yeah, Jeff don't have no cords.
I don't.
Troy likes it.
But I still don't have no pods. I don't have no AirPods, but my bad.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just found that little clip
You
hilarious.
See what Helm said? It said they went last a Saturday night at the dirt track.
I've never been to the dirt track, but I'm sure that's fair.
I went one time with one of my sister's friends 100 years ago, Roger Sims, as a matter of fact. And that's the only reason I win is because nobody would ever mess with Roger Sims. And man, I knew at that point I never wanted to go back.
You know why I never went to the dirt track? I give you two reasons. One, I care nothing about racing. And two, I don't want to get dirty. If I want to get dirty, it's going to be playing ball.
Yeah, man. You come back with this layer of dust on you.
Man, my shoes ain't having that, son. Yeah, my shoes ain't having it.
To be fair, I heard people were barefoot over there. I don't even know.
Oh, probably so. Hey, well, so what did you think? You're a huge fan of Live Golf.
I am.
You love Live Golf. What do you think the way they finished at the Masters?
I thought it was respectable, right? I mean, how many did they have play total?
14.
So what, they have 6 that finished in the top that played all that made the cut?
They had 8 that made the cut.
8. Okay.
Yeah, eight made the cut. Here's some notables that did not make the cut. Sergio Garcia.
Right.
The cut line was +5. He was +7. Bubba Watson was +10. Carl Schwartzel +11. Dustin Johnson +13. And Minnock was +14. The highest rated one, there were 2. There was Cameron Smith and Bryson DeChambeau tied for 6th.
Yeah.
That was the highest, was tied for 6th.
Yeah. Cam Smith is great, man. He's fun to watch too. Where did the guy, I can't remember his name. The guy that wears the crazy shirt with all the words on it, kind of like a Patrick Washington. Where did he play? You remember talking about what that guy?
Yeah, that was so funny. I love the tournament told him don't wear that.
Yeah.
And he wore it anyway.
I think when he take it off about the 6th hole, is that what he did?
Only because it got hot. It was a sweater. It was a sweater vest. Only because they got hot.
Gaudy thing I think I've ever seen, but it was
Brooks Koepka was +9.
Yeah.
John Rahm +9. They were both tied for 45th. Phil Mickelson +8, tied for 43rd. Joaquin Niemann was +4, tied at 22. Reed was +1, tied at 12th, and Hatton even par, tied for 9th. So
yeah.
I know someone, it was John Rahm, who was very upset. He said that he felt disrespected by some of the PGA Tour players in the way they treated him.
Really?
What he said.
That's a big deal to be respected.
That's what I'm about to say. John Rahm's a big old boy to be disrespected.
Yeah.
Really. Um, but from the articles I said, it was that I saw, it was more not being included.
Uh,
So I don't think there was anybody that said anything disrespectful to him. I think they didn't engage with him, and they kind of gave him the cold shoulder, and that still is a, I get both sides of that. I
sure.
do, but you're supposed to treat people right.
Heck, man, I get that in the church. I mean,
Hey, you leave Miss Nancy out of this. She
I'm
means
not.
well.
I'm not necessarily talking about our church. I'm talking about just
Sorry, Miss Nancy. You know I'm
Christian
kidding.
in general, man. They do the very same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. I get it at the ball field every time I go to the ball field to watch Will play. Every single time. And you hear these people talking about church, 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 church. But they sure do feel real good about leaving folks and ostracizing them. So
Mm,
I feel you, John Ron. I feel you, man.
mm.
But he's a big old sucker too. I don't know. I mean, he's. Hey, by the way, how much did him and Scotty Scheffler favor when he was giving him the green jacket and they're sitting there next to each other?
It's just the beard.
Man, but they look a lot alike with that beard. It was kind. They could have passed for brothers, but
Here's what I want to say about Max Homa. Right, he had this statement that I thought was, man, just incredible. Max Homa, and this is a little bit of a long read. He said, "Winning doesn't come with a trophy. Winning doesn't always come with a trophy. Winning is fickle. Learning, working, growing, and progressing is the dream. I'd love to have won a green jacket today. It hurts. Losing sucks. But with the right mindset, losing leads to better. And my goal in life is to constantly improve and see where this plan takes me. Hopefully, that's major championships. And maybe it's not. I'm okay with either, knowing that I'm doing everything I can to make it happen. I have a sneaky suspicion it will lead to championships, but that's to be determined by future Sundays. Thank you all so much for the support this week. I can't explain how amazing it was. I am so grateful, Max Homa, to the people of the Masters.
wow,
That was pretty classy, right?
yeah, yeah. He's a pretty classy guy though. That's really cool.
And that has nothing to do with anything. I just found that article, that statement yesterday. I thought it was worth sharing because there's a lot of people out there, including myself, that hadn't been doing a lot of winning lately. Not a lot of trophies coming my way lately. Um, so y'all just keep your heads up, keep grinding. That's what I have to tell myself.
That's true.
How's your wife, man?
She's sick as a dog, man. That's why I'm hiding in here.
Mm.
Why I'm in Big Will's room. I
Y'all,
just
y'all pray that virus off of him.
She got a stomach virus, man. She does not. She does not miss work. Never. She's got so many sick days accumulated, and will not. I mean, she won't miss work for nothing. And
Sometimes she ain't got no choice.
I woke up this morning. I had no idea she was up sick, and at about 3, 4, I woke up and she was asleep in the bathroom floor, and I thought, oh no, and oh, not good, man, not good. Hey, so election is coming up, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it's kind of an election year, you know.
Huh.
Uh, Big election. What is going to be the diversionary tactic?
It's
War?
coming. We've had. Let's see. What did they use so far? They ran over a bridge in Maryland. We had an exploding submarine last year, 2 years ago. It's coming, whatever it is. Maybe it's the war in Israel.
Do you think?
Maybe it's Nick Saban retiring was part of the plot.
Do you think? Have you read up on this Dexter Reed killing, the shooting, the kid that was shot by the police? He's 26 years old. He's pulled over by a police officer not seatbelt. Uh,
Huh?
yeah, and
I know nothing about that.
yeah, stop escalated. He pulled a weapon and fired on the police. That's a no. You're gonna get shot. You're gonna get killed, and you should. I don't know about killed, but you should get shot back at and disarmed. Um, Do you think that that possibly could be the George Floyd type thing that causes these riots?
Sure.
We're seeing Palestinian protesters blocking off airports in Chicago, and they tried it yesterday in Florida, and they were drug off the street by the police, and so it's illegal, punishable up to 15 years in prison in Florida, which it should be. You got doctors trying to get to O'Hare Airport to fly and do surgeries, or you got people flying to do medical procedures. One lady was trying to go see her dying family member and trying to catch a flight, an emergency flight, to get to a family member that's not. I mean, they're holding up people that have legitimate emergencies for political posturing, and I
It's
mean, there's
ridiculous. But they
yeah,
don't care, man. It's about let's go back to Anthony Oliver's song.
mm, mm.
That's as real as it gets right there. Rich men north of Richmond.
Rich
Hey
kid.
Jeff, can you comment on this comment by Miss Nancy? What in the Patrick Washington's going on here? Hey, did you see where the pastor was thrown out of men's conference because they had men pole dancers?
Yes, it was Mark Driscoll. Mark
It
was
was Mark Driscoll.
Yeah, Mark was speaking. He was slated to speak at this
Yeah,
conference at a church out in the Ozarks, and it's a major, huge church.
yeah.
They had a sword swallower on there before him. It was a men's conference. Then they had this huge pole. Uh, from what I understand, the guy was shirtless, kind of doing some stuff on the pole, and Mark just went out. I don't know if it was his place, but I think I would have done the same thing that Mark did. Mark went out. It's not his church, but he went out and said, "There's a Jezebel spirit all over this place."
Mm-hmm.
And the pastor kind of came out and said, "We're done. You're off. You're off the stage." Well, he did exactly what he should have done. What I would have done. I know a lot of people. Weak Christianity does not like that. But I don't think there's anything weak about Mark Driscoll nowadays. I mean, he's calling it as it he
Mm-hmm.
admitted his major mistakes from the past at Mars Hill, and now he's in Phoenix with a church that he started, and he doesn't pull any punches. So I can't wait. Somebody's going to release cell phone video of that somewhere down the road. So I can't wait to see that or hear him address it. But I'm proud of him. Um,
Heck yeah.
I'm
That's you know, I wish we had some Mark Driscoll standing up in the Nazarene church for the National Nazarene leadership.
sure. Why? Here's my question: out of 1,000 or 2,000 men that were there,
Only one.
why did the men not stand up and go, "I'm not standing for this. We're not going to watch this kind of trash. We're supposed to be here worshiping the Lord, and this has nothing to listen. If you want to go watch pole dancers or go watch sword swallowers, fine. Go to Vegas and do it, or wherever they have that show. That I'm not judging that. What I am saying is that it's not a place in the church.
Yeah.
It,
Well, apparently the other men there were too busy going in their wallets to see if they had any singles.
but it was men on the pole. It was not. It was not.
I realized that. Hey, I brought my boy Patrick Washington up. I just saw men's conference. I didn't read her whole thing. Dude, did you see where my guy's doing a marriage little dinner night kind of thing? Huh? Love it. I just
Yeah,
didn't know he could paint.
yeah. You sent me that,
I
and
did. I
the
thought
way
that was cool, man.
the way I read it, I went, "Oh, wait a minute."
You had to slow down, relook at it.
Then I
Yeah,
had to.
so they're just doing like a little date night, and they're going to have a nice meal, and they're going to paint. It said paint each other. I wasn't sure what they were talking about. Finger painting. I didn't know what was going on there,
Yeah,
but I think they're going to be doing some canvas type paint, man. Good for them to giving a Christian couple something to do.
yeah.
They're doing a lot there, man. Good on you, Patrick Washington.
We've went painting. My wife and I have done a painting, a couple of things together, and um, it was really cool. We carried our kids one time, and we all just painted together, and it was really cool. Now we didn't paint each other because there's no telling what those paintings would look like. Haley's would have been awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's good. She's
I
good.
would, Ellen would have drawn a stick figure, but I think that's cool to do things like
Yeah, Kelly and I want to do that. I think one year Kelly and I bought you and Ellie a date night for that, but didn't you say the lady moved or quit or something?
did. It was the downtown Atala place.
That's right.
Goat House or something. And
Yeah.
took her about a year to reopen, and she opened up on the mountain somewhere. The Goat Ranch, is that what it's called? Something Goat
Something
Ranch.
like that.
Yeah, she was super nice though. We liked her a lot. You and I spent some time with
Oh, Brett, man, he's an idiot. He said
her.
he does date nights at the tattoo shop.
Yeah, I see that.
But their pain is permanent though. Y'all go get you. There's a couple tattoo things going on. Ain't nobody better to do it, man. This dude is.
Hey,
I've never had a desire to get a tattoo. But if I was going to, Brett would be my guy.
I rode by yesterday and the light was blinking. It said open, open, and I swear, I'm not lying to you. I thought, what if I go in and get that ring thing that Kyle, what's his name?
Oh, Kyle Davis.
Yeah, Kyle Davis. He's got one that him and his wife. He had a permanent ring put on his finger. I thought that was really, really cool. But then I got to thinking, that's gonna hurt. I ain't.
I'm sure it will. I was
gonna say Brett would give me the Kapow special or something.
Yeah. Man, he's got the nicest. He should win the Beautification Award every time.
Dude,
in that area, he is by far the nicest place there, man.
It really is nice. It really.
Thank God they finally paved its road so people can get there.
I know. I see where they opened a liquor store across the street from you, Brett. I'm saying a lot more tattoo business and people. What's the first thing they do a lot of times when they're out drinking? Let's go get a tattoo.
Get a tattoo.
Jerry, I want you to get a tramp stamp of Kapow put on your back. You're getting skinny now, so you probably need
out of your mind. You're out of your mind. That's disrespectful, Pastor. Disrespectful. Joe Taylor. Good morning, Mayor.
Oh my God. That's funny.
God bless Joe Taylor.
That's funny. Can't take it anywhere, man.
There is no fault in his logic. There's no lies detected.
No. God, dog. What has happened?
Oh, glory to God.
Oh, my Lord. So,
what else is going on in the area?
You were talking about transfer portal. Do you think any of the quarterbacks cut?
Can I say it one more time?
Out of the transfer portal, do you think any of the Alabama quarterbacks enter the portal?
I thought for a long time I was reading that I thought Ty Simpson was going to hit the portal, but I don't think he is, man. I think if you're a quarterback, what offense you want to be in better than Alabama's right now? The way that coaching staff loves to throw the ball. Look at Michael Penix Jr. because the last 2 years at Washington is why he's going to get drafted in the NFL.
Right.
Indiana giving up on it, and that offense is something special, man. And you didn't get to see it during the A-Day game. Obviously, why would you show anything?
Correct.
That's just putting your players up here. Okay, come offer them money. Take my kids. You're going to be very impressed with this offense does with the playmakers. He's got more playmakers at Alabama, and I think you're going to be talking about Milroe could be in the Heisman race next year with this offense certainly, and that's even without Grubb because at the end of the day, Grubb was with him for a long time. Grubb is now coaching for the Seahawks. It's Caleb DeBoer's offense. People forget that.
Wow. So you really think Milroe will be in the top 5 running? I see that.
Oh, my sister said she's going to pay for me to have a transfer. No, sir. Not going to do it.
Oh, Brett says, I'm closing shop before it gets drinking hours. He's going to shut it down.
He's smart.
Shelby says she got 5 on it.
She said it just like that too, didn't she? She sung it just like that.
Ooh, she sure did.
I know Miss Shelby keeps sending stuff out for Vacation Bible School, Jeff. We should probably hit on that right now.
That's gonna be great, man. Hey, let me see if I can throw that image up there real quick while you're talking about it.
Yeah. So also for all you leaders, she's gonna be sending out like a class, a little fun event at another church to get ready for Vacation Bible School. Mm-hmm. I am not going to be in attendance to that because I don't want to go.
It's because it's a Baptist church.
I ain't never gonna lie about it. Hey, Sam, you're right. It's gonna be nasty for sure. I ain't never gonna lie to you, girl. I just ain't going.
That's the reason, though.
Well, it's not. It could be at the Catholic church, a Methodist church, a Presbyterian church. I certainly ain't going if it's at the Nazarene church.
Can you see that?
Hold on. I am not seeing it yet, but yeah, hold on. Can y'all see that out there? Vacation Bible School, go up. Jeff, raise it up a little bit. K through 5, it's going to be at the Atala location, 416 6th Avenue Southwest, July 11th and 12th from 6 to 8. July 13th at 1 p.m. It's going to be the closing party. Why there's a seal on it? There's a seal on it.
Is it a seal? Oh, it's Breaker Rock Beach. That's the thing?
Yeah, gotcha.
My bad. Back up.
Oh, I didn't be knowing.
I'm gonna put it in the show notes there too. There you go. That look better.
Look at that. Miss Shelby, is that okay? Do you approve that? If you don't approve it, we're gonna redo it. That's what we do.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be fantastic, man. Her and Mike will do such a good job.
Dude, let me tell you what is the greatest thing about them is watching him watch her. Man, God, I'm telling you that this dude loves his wife, and it's so
he absolutely adores her. And it's a package deal, right? In these situations, he gained a daughter without having to go through the terrible twos. She's broken in, right? She's broken in a little bit. It's good. She's potty trained and everything. And what a great family. It's really, it's awesome to see.
Yeah. And yeah, it's good. They're going to have bouncy houses and food. And obviously it's going to be at our church. You're going to have some food. And you definitely going to have a lot of laughs and fun. But the pie in the face, I'm not looking forward to that.
Who is Pastor getting pied in the face?
Man, I hope there's some goals that are set. This is the terrible 12s. Yeah, I hope that.
Not my baby, not my Trinity. She ain't nothing bad about that girl.
I've seen her roll her eyes at you, Jerry.
She didn't mean it. she had told me. Oh, the pastor and his lady getting pied in the face. Well, Ellie's practicing for it at school.
Man, they can't do it. They cannot.
Because she's smart. She controls the write-ups. If they don't get no write-ups, she gets pied in the face.
The teachers do. It's on.
Please, you don't think Ellie's working the system? How long has she been married to you? She knows every angle of how to work a system. Okay. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I don't think you're wrong. Hey, she said. Shelby says his lady. I saw a picture yesterday, of Jennifer Thompson's dad, Mr. Parnell.
Yeah.
Going on in heaven.
Bruce is awesome.
A picture of him back in the day.
Yeah, bro.
And he looks identical to Kenny Rogers.
He does. Yeah, back in the day, everybody said that.
Dude, he was like, I never knew. He was like, dude, man, he was sharp. Got that little bracelet like he like it on his wrist.
Beard all this nice.
I mean, looking sharp. It was cool. It was
really seriously, continue prayers for that family that they're going to need it. And also the funeral today for Rocky White is today. And
where is that at? Is that here or is it in Sylacauga?
I'm not sure. I know Todd O'Brien's in town for it. They grew up together. That they were great friends, and he had already committed. Rocky was going to be on the Coosa football coaching staff this year. He's like Teddy Whitmire with 110 years experience when it comes to just the way he watches film and the way it was going to be dynamic. It was going to be dynamic, man. He's a special guy, good, godly man. And there's two good people that this area lost that, hey, it's our loss. They're up in heaven worshiping, man. Their race is over. We have to, we're just going to be missing them. There's two good people, man.
I was reading too, where Ken Holtzman died. He was a Major League All-Star, died at 78 years old. He was big pitcher with the Cubs back in the day. A lot of folks, I think in 65 through 71, and then 78 through 79. he was with the Cubs, and not a Cubs guy, but I appreciate good pitching.
Well, I mean, what about the great John Sterling stepping down from being the radio play-by-play guy for the New York Yankees over 30 years? Um, he'll be 85 or 86 on the 4th of July, and it was effective immediately, kind of abrupt, and it's not health issues. Um, he just said it's too hard on him getting to Yankee Stadium, uh, getting back. He said if he could just be transported to the games, call the games, but it's weighing on him getting to and from Yankee Stadium. Um, Saturday, he's going to be a live broadcast with the Yes Network. He'll be in the booth talking to him, interviewing him. It's devastating. You know, he's been a Yankee. He's the voice of the Yankees on the radio for 30 plus years. Grew up as a New York Yankee fan as a boy from New York. He is legendary. And Susan, can't remember her last name. She's been his tag team partner in the radio booth for 20 years. I don't know what their plans are, but it's pretty fitting that Michael Kay will be doing a nice interview with him on the Yes Network Saturday. So, from a broadcasting standpoint, few have done it better. His voice still sounds like a 25-year-old, but he just can't do it anymore. So, hats off. Your home run calls are legendary. You will be missed for more than just Yankee fans, right? There's legendary people that supersede teams. I mean, what you had the Careys in Atlanta, same thing, and the Carey in Chicago, Harry Carey in Chicago. But this radio legend, John Sterling, is retiring effective 2 days ago.
Wow.
Not that anybody in here cares, but I do.
I know you do, and I think people do care about stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I love sentimental stories and people that have put in a lot of loyal time and work with organizations, and they deserve their just due, man. They do. Um, it just popped across my screen on Twitter or X, the story you talked about John Rahm feeling that he was people were treating him hostile, and one of the guys said, "Just show him that $600 million check, son." Yeah, it doesn't make any difference.
And you know I love Rory McIlroy.
Yeah,
That's my guy. He's this close to jumping to live.
man, he's gonna go. He's going.
Did you hear what the offer was?
Was it 800 million?
$850 million.
He's going, man.
I would, because he's very loyal. In a lot of ways, man, I totally get it. I've done stupid stuff out of loyalty and didn't make good decisions. You know, when it comes to job situation, doing certain things just to go chase the money.
Yes.
But the prestige and how much he loves the history of the game. You know, he's an old Tom Morris guy, right? That's who he grew up idolizing, those stories, and up through the ranks and the pageantry of the prestige of these tournaments. Um, you know, where's that going to do with his legacy? Everything's changed, man. It can't stay the same. I'm a fan of the PGA needs to cut some of the rules they got. It's ridiculous that these guys cannot play, cannot wear shorts and stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. So I think he's going to go, and then I'll have to change this PGA Tour T-shirt I got on to a live one.
Yeah, I can't wait. Maybe get Jason to get you one of those official live shirts.
I have one.
The official ones?
I have one. Yeah.
Really have an official one.
Mm-hmm.
Not the faux official.
Both.
You got the faux official and the official.
Yeah.
But I mean, Roy McIlroy's already got legacy money, generational money that his family will be taking care of for generations. But think about this. Think about the $850 million, not to mention all of his endorsements that go. I mean, you're looking at $1 billion or more for him to go over and play for Live. And that changes his family for dozens of generations.
And it also gives you more time with your family. You know, he has young kids
Yeah,
because you're only playing 3 days.
yeah,
It's a lot less travel. It's a lot. I say a lot less travel. You have more rest days in between. So it's like getting a raise and going to a 3 day work week.
yeah, man. There's several guys I wish would go. I wish Ricky Fowler would go. I would love to see him over there. I think he fits with Live Golf. I think Shoffley does as well. I'd love to see JT, but JT said so many things um, about
No
Live.
one, no one was more disrespectful to Live than Rory.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Well, him and Tiger.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but Rory, yeah, you're right, Rory. But money talks, dog. And
Apparently,
I think he's seen the caliber of golf over there. I mean, one thing that I don't like on the PGA side, announcing wise, when some of these people, because here's what they do: they have a lot of those PGA announcers that call the PGA games come over to the tournaments like the Masters. That is not a PGA event; it's its own deal. They have some of these guys come and they'll make statements when they were talking about DeChambeau. Well, we haven't seen him play in a long time, so we really don't know. Yes, you have. You have. If you're a pure golf fan, you've watched highlights. You may not watch tournaments, but you've watched highlights of these guys. You've kept up with them on Twitter. You know the caliber of people that they're playing, and there's always seemingly these left-handed comments from some of these PGA purists. And look, it's the same thing with the NFL and the AFC and the NFC. You know, all of those different things that you're not going to make it, we're not going to make it. And then guess what they did? They come together. The American League's better than the National League. Well, guess what? Then we're going to come together and play and just decide it all. Maybe there ought to be a Live and PGA World Series where you take your top golfers, your top 10 golfers, and play. Have 20 folks play a tournament at the end of the year and see who's the best in the world.
well, we just had that at the Masters, and the top six were all PGA guys.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, I'm not negating that the PGA tournament or PGA Tour has seemingly the best golfers in the world, but it does not negate that Live has great golfers over there.
I have not watched a single Live tournament. I've
They're fun.
watched 30, 40 minutes of one, and it was so funny. It was the one in the rain where DeChambeau shot like a 57, 56, something stupid.
Golly.
That brother was on fire.
It's fun, man. They're fun events. Now, I don't think anything can top the Masters. I don't think anything can top the Open. The Phoenix Open is super fun. It's jazzed. It's a great atmosphere. So I don't think it's like watching those. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy seeing different golf courses that are not.
Sure.
And
Man, I'm excited for the U.S. Open.
that's at Bethpage Black, right?
It is, yeah.
And they do that every 5 years. Is when they play at those different
I,
courses.
I, I know exactly the rotation. It's been quite a while. You're probably right. I have no idea, but it's an incredibly hard golf course, and for golfers that like you and I, who shouldn't even call ourselves golfers, watching the best players in the world struggle to the degree like, oh, I can understand that. Oh, I know what he's feeling. I've
Yes.
been in the water. I've been in the woods. I've hit it behind the turlet. I get it.
And then the greatest thing too is when you're watching these tournaments and you see the golfers nowhere near their caddies and they're walking with security guards. You know they've gone to the bathroom and had to handle
Yeah, 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 yeah. We've all been there. You get that bead of sweat coming down, looking like Ellie this morning.
it. One of us. uh, well, one of my kids said, "Do you think you could beat those golfers that are shooting 16 over?" Look, no, but you gotta. Here's what people that make stupid statements, right? Now, I think any blind squirrel can find a nut on any given day. If you take them to my courses and the courses you and I play, it's possible. If they had a terrible day, we probably could beat them on
On
on,
our courses.
on our courses
Yeah,
because they don't know how to putt.
that's
On
exactly right. Bring back a towel. Let's see what happens.
yeah. But shooting 16 over on one of those courses, guys, it's those courses are incredibly difficult. to play on. The fairways are narrow. There's legit out of bounds, right? You can't
Yeah.
balls out of bounds. You've got to take a penalty shot, right? You've got to take a drop. Where we are, there's no out of bounds. We can play from fairway to fairway. And if it goes in the water, we call it the towel rules, don't we, Jerry? If it goes in
Yeah,
the
if
water,
you can find it, you play it. If you can hit out of there, you hit out of it. That's what it is. He look from walking every hole of the Masters, right? From being around, walking it, looking at it, breathing it in.
yeah.
I gave myself an estimated score. What do I think I would shoot here under the Masters tournament conditions? Right? I guessed I would shoot in the 180s.
Yeah, probably. I can't imagine. Yeah, sure.
And before the tournament, you see these guys out there, just dropping a ball on the green and
Yeah.
watching it roll 100 feet.
Yeah.
Right? It is you got to hit like 2 yard spots, right, to be able to do what they need to do. Again, and I may be, I don't know. Joe Taylor will probably throw a comment out there because that's who he is. But
I think that's
180s.
Did you miss that this year at the Masters where they had the guy that was going kind of before and dropping the ball and letting them roll? I missed that a little bit this year. I thought that was a great addition.
Yeah.
Last year. And I don't know why they did away with that. Is that something you think the Masters committee said we're not?
No, I mean they've always done that, but normally it's done early or the day before because they like to keep people off the greens during the tournament. But practice rounds and stuff, they still do that. And they run the stent meter, let you know how fast they're running and whatnot. That's the purest course you've ever gonna step foot on, and I will never have the opportunity to play it. And that may be good for everybody.
It's good for golf.
It's good for golf that I don't play that course.
Good for golf. Sammy Ray said he didn't watch 1 second of this. My wife Sam she loves me to watch golf on Sunday afternoons because of the voices, especially on PGA. Now, not live golf. She don't want me watching live golf. That's not good nap time for her because there's some music bumping. She likes the calm voices, and she'll just lay on the couch and go to sleep while I watch golf, and I'm okay with that.
Absolutely. No honeydew list when she sleep.
So hopefully we can go tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm flaking out on you today, but I don't think I should leave her here by herself, being weak and that kind of jazz. So I don't think.
Yeah, especially with she has a lot of free time with the computer and Temu and Amazon, and you got to guard that, Jeff. That's a good call on your part.
Be shipping stuff. Where did this come from?
I just shipped my pants. That was a pun intended.
I know. By the way, that's the best commercial. Aren't they? The Kmart, when Kmart was trying to rebrand, trying to save their business, whoever they hired to do their commercials were perfect. It was when they were promoting their gas. They're like Walmart, they had Kmart started coming out with these Super Ks or whatever, and they had gas out there and the big gas savings, and then they would say there's some big gas savings, and then there's look at that big gas truck. And then when they were trying to compete with Amazon and all the shipping companies, like you just alluded to, that old man just says, "I just shipped my bed."
That's so funny, and yet they closed.
I know that was still great marketing though.
But because of that, we do have Blue Light Baptist Church over here in Rainbow City.
We do.
Hey, so back to the football portal just for a second. Max Olson just posted. Last year, there were 90 FBS scholarship players enter the portal the first day of the spring window. We have 90 right now before 11 a.m. It's going to heat up and be epic. Just saying.
Blow up. Today's it, right? The 16th is the day everybody can hit.
Yeah, they can jump in now. So it's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna need you to text me throughout the day when people hit the portal, so I know who's in the portal.
Well, have your phone on charge then. They're coming in hot and heavy.
I will. Hey, I'm gonna read this article when we get off, and you and I'll talk about it later.
I'm busy.
Deion Sanders talking about the 6 NFL teams that will allow his son to play for.
Say that again.
It says the topic says, Deion Sanders named the six NFL teams he'll let his sons play for.
He don't have a choice. But let me try to guess some of the teams. You said there's six.
Hold on, let me get to them. Hold on.
There's 6 teams. You said.
Yes. Hold on.
1, 2, 3. I think I know 3 for sure.
Go for it.
Obviously, it's going to be teams he played for. It's going to be San Francisco. It's going to be Dallas. It's going to be Atlanta.
Yes, those are
okay. All right. So I just figured he played for them. He feels comfortable with them, and they're winning organizations right now.
So here it is: Philadelphia, San Francisco, Dallas Cowboys, the Commanders, what are their names?
The Commanders,
Redskins, Baltimore Ravens, and Atlanta Falcons. But what if none of them?
The one that interests me or is curious is the Commanders. I know they got a total redo. They're doing everything. They're starting from the bottom. Interesting. Well, trust me. Is he talking about Travis Hunter as well? He always calls Travis Hunter one of his sons.
No, it's just picture of him and Shador.
Who will be the first quarterback chosen next year? Well, maybe not.
Shala. Oh, he does mention Hunter. It says Shala, Shador, and Hunter.
Yeah. That's his. He treats him like his son. So, well, two of those are top
draft pick, number 1 draft pick. Hunter, Travis Hunter.
No,
you don't.
But I think he's obviously a high first round pick.
Is he just not big? I think that's part of the issue.
No, it's positionally. Wide receivers and cornerbacks don't. I mean, those high draft picks are typically for offensive line because they're so hard to get. They're for quarterbacks and top end wide receivers, which he could be a top end wide receiver.
Right.
I don't think he's going to get to play both ways in the NFL. I think doing some punt returning and cornerback probably. Although if he just focused on wide receiver, he'd still be a top 20 pick. Hey, but I don't want to talk about that, Jeff. I don't have my first round done for this year yet. Don't get me thinking about next year.
I know. So we're doing that show on next Wednesday. Was that right?
Maybe.
Is that what we said? Or a Tuesday? Was it
Tuesday? Yeah,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We'll do it on next Tuesday. So that's going to be fun, man. All right, brother. Stay hydrated today.
Yeah, you better